doing these for a while. How many of you have been here to the first one I did way back when?
I think so.
It was kind of like a lecture thing. Do you remember that? Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that like once or twice. That didn't really work out that great. It's kind of boring. So then I started doing it on a hands-on format. And so I never thought this would ever happen, because I didn't. This is the first time I'm sharing this with you probably. Is I started teaching things that are really simple, applied kinesiological things you can do on yourselves that I already knew. And then what happened was I was getting these new ideas that nobody thought of. I'm thinking, well, you know, let me try it on, I should try it on Dr. Brown. He's kind of like my guinea pig. And other patients, you know, they really work well. So so I started doing new ideas. It made me think of things. Probably you're thinking I have a lot of time on my hands. Well, actually, Rosemary, you've given me a lot of insight, haven't you? Some good ideas. Can you do something like this or that of a different condition? And I think about it, and sure enough, I think of an idea that really seems to work. And so throughout, it's been a couple of years I've been doing these, I suppose. Hasn't it been? Yeah, maybe more. I don't know. And I think probably at least every other one of these workshops are brand new ideas I'm sharing with you. So all of you are, most of you are patients here, so I want to have this opportunity to show this with you because just to raise a hands here, how many times have I blocked someone here in this room? Pretty well, everyone? Yes? Okay, so now by the way, what happens is, because it's so common, why do you think people have this problem? Any idea why? Because most people do one thing predominantly all day. They sit. Yeah, they sit all day. I don't. So that's probably why I don't have this. I stand all day. But what happens when you sit all day? Your pelvis actually misaligns. And so, of course, you do the blocks, and then you're all better. So I'm going to show you how to do this on yourselves without blocks, actually. And I'm going to show you how you can test specifically which hip is misaligned. It's going to either go forward or back. In case you forget, here's a nice thing about this technique. If you forget which side, you can just do both, and you'll get them both, and you get one side that needs it more than the other. But if you know which side you're on, it's going to be the right or left. It'll untilt your pelvis. And what that does, by the way, it'll probably take some pressure off your back. You should feel much looser, but it's also going to affect your organs, your reproductive organs. It really will. So if you're a man, it's going to help your prostate. Women don't have prostate glands, so it's going to help your ovaries and your uterus and everything else, and even your digestion, your colon, because it's the nerves that come out here. As you can see here, they go. I kind of show this chart every time, but this time I'm going to focus down below. When you have a misalignment, it'll affect your organs down below in your pelvic region. So not only are you taking pressure off your back by doing this, you're actually going to make your organs work better. And this is like an added bonus. Most people come in here, they come here because they don't have a prostate problem, although some people do. Most of them come in, they have an ache or pain that doesn't go away, and you want them to look at it. And so that's usually what happens. And lo and behold, they have other visceral conditions that improve. And so that's kind of like what we're going to do today. And so in lieu of reading all this stuff here that's on the paper, we've all done this before. I'm going to go ahead and do this, I'm going to kind of put this into a little warp speed here. Here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how to do it. But before we show you how to do this, I'm going to actually pick a volunteer that I will volunteer somebody. And by doing this, I'm going to do the demonstration on someone who's got somewhat noticeably reduced range of motion going to the left or right. And then I'll show you how you do this, and you'll be doing it on each other. And by the way, hello YouTube, in case you're not here, of course you're not. If you don't know which side to do it on, you're going to be pushing on both sides of the pelvis, okay, because you can't muscle test yourself. I can muscle test myself. Maybe that's a topic of a future workshop. Would you like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard that before. Okay, so maybe that could be coming up soon. So in YouTube land, you just push on both sides. Here we're going to show you which side specifically. I'm not sure if it's going to be better specifically. Probably a little bit more. Wouldn't it be better to know which side you need it more than the other? Yeah, I would think so. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get everyone to stand up and cross your arms and twist to the left and right. And let's see who needs this the most. Okay, everyone, let's say twist to the left. And then twist to the right. Eddie! Oh, look at you. Come on over here, Eddie. Well. Let's see here. Let's cross your arms. And let's see what happens. Can everyone see how far you can twist to the left and right? So let's see Eddie twist to the left. And then to the right. Which way does Eddie have a harder time going to? The left or to the right?
Left.
Yeah, it seems like you're kind of, is it a little tight going to the left? Yeah, and to the right? Less tight?
No, about the same.
About the same, but just you seem to go further to the right. So here's how we're going to do this. It's really, this is so simple, you're going to laugh. I mean, there's a lot of thought to this, but we're going to do like we always stand, never stand in front of the person when you muscle test because you're going to overpower. Now, in a person like Danny Rosemary, you might want to have Danny sit down because he's, strong. So if you stand, you probably won't get any noticeable decrease in strength. When you touch, what you're going to do, you're going to touch both sides of the pelvis, one at a time, of course, because you only have two hands. So what you're going to do is you're going to push towards the ceiling and go. Oh, now that's a problem. Okay, so Eddie's right arm is weak. So I didn't expect that. So left arm goes up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to do a little improvisation here. So Eddie, put your hand. Now the workshop sheet says you put your fingertips on one side of the pelvis. So you would do it palm down because your fingertips are not palm up. You see, they're palm down. And so you put your hand palm, there we go. And let's see what happens with Eddie with his left arm. Does it go weak? And I'm not sure if it's going to. And it does. Well. Take your hand away. Arm goes up and push hard and go. So automatically he has that. Anybody who's probably got reduced range of motion probably could use this anyways. By the way, I think you know the answer to this question. When we do this correction on his pelvis, what's going to happen to the strength of his right arm? It's going to become nice and strong. Probably, yes. So did you bring your towel? Okay, so what side of his pelvis is up? The left or right?
Right.
Yeah. So you roll it up. You can do it nicely or whatever. Doesn't matter which way you do, it's going to work either way. Okay, that'll work, I guess. So kind of, yeah, you're going to go against the wall here. You're going to put your not pillow, but towel behind you somewhat. Okay, you're going to put your right hand in front of your hip. And you're going to push directly into the wall. And as you're doing this, because the cranium and the pelvis are kind of connected together through the cerebrospinal fluid and the spinal cord and the meninges, respiration really helps this a lot. I mean, if you just push and hold it there, you're getting a good correction. But if you breathe in and out, it's much better lasting correction, much better. So all you got to do is breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in, and breathe out. Boy, this is really hard to do, isn't it? Yeah. Breathe in. Yeah, you're actually pushing in. Yeah, are you pushing? Yeah. And you don't have to dig. I mean, now, is this as good as me doing a block on you? Probably not. But I'll tell you, it sure is better than what? Nothing. Anything's better than nothing, right? About 5-6 times. Okay, that should do it. Take the towel away. At least wanted to drop to the ground. There we go, Helen. Okay, Eddie, so come over here. Lift up your left arm and push hard and go. Put your hand on your right hip, the same way you did the second. Oh, your right hip. The left.
Right.
Yeah, the right hand. There we go. And that's that where you put it before?
Yeah.
Okay, so now when we test the left arm, it's going to stay nice and strong. It probably will. Now, if it doesn't, do it again. But usually it should. Push up towards the ceiling and go. Okay, good. So now let's cross your arms. Let's see if the range of motion is better. I'm sure. Which way was Eddie restricted to? To the left. Ready? So twist as far as to the left, as far as you can go. Oh, okay. Does that seem easier? It does. That seems more symmetrical, doesn't it? Last but not least, what am I going to check? The strength of his
Right arm.
I don't know. Let's see if it is. And any stronger? And it? I'd say so. All right. And that's ready. All right. simple can this be? So now what you're going to do is you're going to stand up and pair up. Now, whoever pairs up with Harvey, he's really super strong, so you might have to, you can do the twist before like that, but when you do the correction on Harvey, whoever's going to match up with him, have Harvey sit and do the test, strength test. Everyone else is a wimp, right? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so pair up here.